Hello everyone who is going to be watching this video. I have a the nutrition webinar that I had talked about in my last video, and that's supposed to be coming up on today at 5:30 p.m. So if you do want to watch that, I'm going to be going live. If you aren't going to watch the live and you haven't came in live and you just don't even know that this channel exists yet, and you accidentally stumble upon it and you realize, oh shoot, this is everything that I kind of needed at some point, it will most definitely be a video afterwards, so you can go ahead and watch it later on. But right now, I also have a live stream that I'm going to be, or you can also watch the live stream if you find me now. But let's go. I just got an email from the surgery place, and it's going to be, it told me to read over these packets, and I thought I'd read over them with you because I thought that you may want to hear it and it might be useful to you, so you can get an idea of what's going to be happening for the webinar and what's going to be said, and it's also giving me an idea of what's going to be said as well. So 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. if you guys are around that time. They usually do keep it as that long. I don't know why it's so late though, but I mean, it is what it is, and as long as we learn things from it and it helps us, that's all that really matters. So it says the nutrition guidelines after surgery. So it's just, I guess, it's the book that I received. I'll be right back. All right, so it's this book right here. If you're in Modesto, this is the place that does it. If you want to get bariatric surgery and you're here, if you have been struggling with weight loss, go here. This is the place that you want to go to. I think they accept patients all the time, and they are always doing surgeries left and right. So if you don't even have to have insurance to do it, and you can pay out of pocket, and you'll get that done even quicker. You don't have to go through the process that I went through. But of course, I think most people do have my insurance, which is Medi-Cal, and I think that the other book folder that I'm going to show you is going to be beneficial to you. But for the webinar, I think what it is that they're just going over the post-op diet. Yeah, it's just going over the post-op diet and just putting in our minds, just like trying to keep in our minds, like, this is what you need to be eating. This is what you should not be eating. That way we do not have to come back with any issues. I think what they are trying to do, and especially our insurances, because obviously they don't want to pay so much money to make you come back and have to get something removed or get something kind of fixed. For some situations, you can't go back. Once you get something taken out of you, which is most of the time the stomach, you can't go back and get that stomach back. But there is some other things that they'd have to do, which is some other type of revision or whatever other surgery they might have to do to you. So I know that they are trying to be on it and trying to make sure that you are fully ready mentally and with the knowledge that you have, and that you're able to figure out what exactly you need, and you're able to figure out that this is what you need, and you will never have to worry about going back. I think that's what their thing is. But I think it's still going to be pretty informative. They might be giving more information that we had not seen. So I will say to most definitely still watch the live stream, watch the video afterward, however and whenever you watch it, just watch it. And just, honestly, it's not a bad thing to keep getting something in your mind, because hopefully it would like install it in your mind to the point where it starts becoming, your autopilot. So whatever you do in a day is going to be autopiloting to do those things. So instead of it being I have to consciously think that I cannot have sugar, it would be an automatically, I can't have sugar, and you won't put sugar and get sugar because you know you can't have it. But another thing I'd like to talk to you about, just another thing I would like to add in, is that if you hadn't watched the last video, here's a visual of what exactly you should be getting done if you have Medi-Cal, or I guess the process that it takes to get the authorization out to Medi-Cal. I'm not gonna say approval because it's not guaranteed you'll get approval, but it's still the process. So if you can just see, I'll read them out to you just in case. So the first thing, like I said in the last recording and the last video, the first thing you're gonna go to is a surgery webinar. And that's gonna be the first appointment that you'll have. And this is when you'll receive this checklist, because this checklist will not be given to you beforehand, it will be given to you right at that moment. The next thing you'll want to do is get your lab work done. A psychological interview or the psychological evaluation will happen. It won't happen right away, but if you do get it, you can schedule it right away. So most definitely look into getting that done. Nutrition evaluation, 6-month diet doc. So the 6-month diet doc is a mandatory thing for Medi-Cal. If you are going through Medi-Cal or in San Joaquin Medi-Cal, then you're going to have to take a 6-month step to getting the authorization out to your insurance. So that means you will weigh in every month for 6 months with the surgical facility, and they will keep, telling you about what you need to be doing, and maybe they might even praise you on losing a little bit of weight from listening to the things that they say. Whatever the situation, you will most definitely have to do a weigh-in. Next is the stop bang questionnaire. That's only for some people, like if they have sleep apnea issues, they will want to do that. The compliance agreement completed. I'm not sure, I think I may have done that, but I cannot remember too well, but I think if anything, it's probably just something that you sign off. The physical therapy appointment with your primary care doctor, so they'll have to clear you with an EKG, and then also they want to find out if you smoke or do drugs or have alcohol abuse. So if you have none of those, you're good and you're ready to go to surgery. I'm not sure if they completely tell people that have that they can't, but I think they most definitely want to make sure that the people are at their healthiest, but not, I know that sounds confusing because it's like, why would you want this, but if they this, and but if you really think about it, if you've been a smoker or you've been on drugs or you have alcohol problems, most of these things that you do, you cannot do after surgery. You cannot do before surgery. So like, it's very important that you do not do these things. That's the great thing about this surgery, is that it also helps you get out of that thing. It helps you get away from that, and it keeps you from going to that, because your mind, your body can no longer do that. Your body can no longer withstand all the things that you put in it that is toxic already, especially like junk food and sugar and things like that. Like, we really don't need that, And then they might have additional clearances if you have any other issues with you. Chest x-ray is what I had to get done. You go in and then they press you against the thing, they take a picture on the side, and then you're done. Sleep study, if you have a sleep issue again because of your weight. The arterial blood gas test, I don't know what that is, or the preliminary function test. Those two things, I'm not quite sure, but I think those are for special cases. The nutrition webinar, this is what this is, and this is the last item to complete, one of the final things to complete. And then the hospital education webinar, which I've already completed. last week or the week before. And so this is my final thing. My psych evaluation part 2, or my second psych evaluation, is coming up this week. Hopefully I'm in a good headspace and I can tell her what's been going on. I have been in a pretty stable headspace lately. I have my ups and downs, but I know that's just a regular thing about my life. I think it's just a regular thing, and it's not going to really change whether I'm taking medications consistently. Because now I'm taking my medications consistently. Before, I wouldn't take my medications. So now I've been consistently taking my medication, and I feel like I've been doing better, and so going to talk therapy consistently. And I was doing that beforehand, but I'm doing it now. And I spoke with my psychiatrist and I told him about what's going on, and he gave me new medications and things like that, higher doses of other medications if I need that as a last resort. And yeah, so that is, I think I should be cleared. I'm not sure what she's gonna say. Honestly, there's always that scary, slim chance that something might happen, and she'll be like, "Oh, well, this will happen," or "Oh, that will happen," or "I don't think I can do this." So there's always that slim chance, but we're gonna hope, and we're gonna pray for those who believe, and we're gonna hopefully get cleared all the way around, have everything ready. They send it out to the insurance for authorization, and then the insurance comes back and tells you, yeah, if something is approved or disapproved. And I mean, the one thing that for sure is that they will keep trying. So you will have to keep doing the diet docs until your insurance says it will cover the surgery. So if you had not been covered yet, or if you have not gotten an answer, you're probably still going to be doing those diet docs even past the 6-month mark. If you have gotten your answer and it says no, I'm not quite sure what that is, what the process is for that. I think they might just appeal it and try to keep you, and you'd probably still have to do the diet docs then. But worst case scenario, they just completely say, well, your insurance can't cover it, so do you want to pay out of pocket to get this done, type of thing, I think. But I'm not sure what that process is. I'll have to find out. If it doesn't happen to me, thank God. If it does happen to me, then I'll have to let you guys know. But yeah, hopefully everything gets approved. I think if you get approved, you won't have to do diet docs anymore. They'll schedule your surgery and your pre-op and your post-op, or they'll schedule your pre-op, your surgery day, and your post-op, to say it in order. And you will have, your days. Of course, they will give you, I think, a thing. I'm not sure if they'll give you a certain thing. I know they gave us a book, so they give us an idea, but I don't know if the nutritionist will speak to you in that time and give you a specific diet to stay on during that time, to make sure you keep up on what you're supposed to eat in that time. I think it'd be easier for me if that was the case, because if you don't already know, I have a schizophrenia, and the way the schizophrenia is it makes things hard. And I'm not sure if it has anything to do with schizophrenia, but I find it very, very hard to process things and to take my time and be more patient with things. So reading is not as easy as for me, for other people. So I can't take the time out to read. And it's not because I'm lazy, because I could read before, over and over again. I could read, but I can't read now, and it's hard for me to process the things that I'm reading as well. And so I think it's just easier if they would to give me a direct diet list and a meal plan to actually eat, and give me a meal plan every day, or give me a meal plan for the week or two, so I can know to go follow things to a T and get exactly everything that I need, that they put and show. That way I know exactly what I'm eating, and that I'm not going over anything that I shouldn't be, So I think that'd be really good. So yeah, look forward to that that video later on. If it's not a live, most definitely it's going to be a live stream because I want it to be a live stream. I think it's good for people to kind of hear what they say, you know, right then and there. And one thing I do say about YouTube, I wish that was like TikTok, is that when people did live streams, I kind of wish it was like a thing where you're like kind of scrolling and it made it easier to find these things. Because I noticed that on TikTok, I can scroll and I'll accidentally find somebody's live stream. If I'm on YouTube, I really have to search up if someone is live streaming, or I have to search up something to do with whatever I want to see to get to that place. And I think sometimes you never know, because I feel like when you scroll sometimes and I stumble upon some people's live streams, I find out that it's actually pretty cool and I learned something that I never learned before, or you know, something like that. Like I feel like accidentally stumbling upon somebody's live stream is actually pretty cool, and I think, I don't know, it's just me. But I think I'm gonna end this video right here. If I want to do another little thing for a vlog, I will do that, but I am trying my best to not make the videos longer than 20 minutes, just because they're not edited as is. So, you know, I just, you know, trying to get out all the little information I want to get out right now, and then eventually, I guess get to a point where I'm editing kinda, but even so, I like the way that I'm doing these videos because I feel a lot of freedom in it. But yeah, I think I'll do an actual like vlogmas post afterward, because I don't know, I haven't really did too much with that. But you know, I don't know, maybe I need to ask what exactly a vlog is. That way I can get a clear idea of how I can do it. But thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys at the live stream. If I don't see you in live, I hope to see you guys afterward for a video. But thank you so much. Like the video, comment, whatever, and I'll see you guys soon.